Okay. Good morning. My name is
Good
Jeff
morning.
Eastman, Examiner 4, and the host of today's Civil Service Commission meeting. Leanne Guzman, Assistant to the Executive Director, is our co-host. Please be aware that if you are disconnected during the meeting, please click on your email or calendar invite to join the meeting again. Please keep yourself on mute until you are called upon. If you are using a phone, use *6 to mute or unmute yourself. Once the Civil Service Commission has addressed your agenda item, you may leave this meeting. We have a quorum of our commission members. At this time, I give the meeting to Pastor Gregory Jordan.
Good morning, everyone. Item 1 on our agenda is our roll call. Commission members Michael Fleckinger, Vice President.
Present.
India Pierce Lee, Secretary.
Present.
Cyrus L. Patton, Member.
Present.
And Gregory Jordan, present. Counsel Jason Schechner, Assistant Director of Law. Patricia Aston, Assistant Director of Law.
Present.
Office of the Civil Service Commission Staff, Rashawn Long, Executive Director.
Present.
Leanne Guzman, Assistant to the Executive Director. Patricia Donovan, Supervisor Civil Service Records.
Present.
Daryl Eatman, Civil Service Examiner 4.
Present.
Lila Abrams Fitzpatrick, Business and Operations Manager.
Present.
As our court reporter, present.
Present.
Thank you. Agenda guest Nancy Galloway and her representation.
I'm present.
Thank you. Davis Coleman and his representation.
Present.
Danielle Graham, Executive Commissioner, Department of Utilities, Division of Water. Dinah Wilson, Commissioner, Airport Operations.
Present.
Scott Meredith and his representation. All right, moving on to item 2, accepting of today's agenda.
Motion to accept.
Do I have a second?
Secondly.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept today's agenda. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Patton.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Right. Item 3, approval of the minutes of the January 26, 2024 commission meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second, Patton.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Item 4, approval of the routine matters.
Motion to approve. Flickinger. Secondly.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Item 5, consideration of the request from Dinah Washington, Commissioner, Department of Port Control, for an order relative to Scott Meredith, Airport Maintenance Worker, Division of Field Maintenance, in accordance with Civil Service Rule 9.10, Section 14. Are all parties present for this matter?
Scott's here.
And you are?
Scott Meredith.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Meredith. You have representation?
I do not.
All right, is there someone from the city to represent this matter?
Yes, this is Dina Wilson.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. All right, because of the nature of the request, I'm going to ask for a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that
Motion
motion.
to go into executive session. Flickinger. Secondly.
It's been moved and seconded to go into executive session. Mr. Eatman, we're in your hands. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to vote. Forgive me. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Now we're in your hands, Mr. Eatman.
Excellent. Give me a moment to pause the recording.
Thank you.
Definitely.
We are recording right now.
All right, we're back from executive session. Can I have a motion to end our executive session? I need a motion to end executive session.
Yeah, motion to end the executive session and go into the general session. Flickinger.
It's been moved and seconded to end our executive session. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. We are back in our normal session. And do I have a motion pertaining to item 5?
Motion to accept the request for Mr. Meredith.
Second. Flickinger.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the request. All in favor?
Lee, aye.
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Mr. Eatman, do you need to give Mr. Meredith any information?
Mr. Meredith, the Office of the Civil Service Commission will communicate with you to schedule an appointment with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. Item 6, consideration of the request from Davis Coleman for reinstatement to the eligible list for the classification of security officer, Department of Public Utilities, Division of Water. Are all parties present for this agenda item?
Yes.
Yes.
See that the request there's been a recommendation for reinstatement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. This is Danielle from Department of Public Utilities. We are recommending reinstatement. We have no issue.
Motion to approve. Flickinger.
Second, Patton.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Lee, aye.
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Okay, Mr. Eatman, you have anything for that you need to let?
Sir, please be aware that you are not returning to immediate employment with the City of Cleveland by Civil Service Rule 1096. You're being placed on the eligible list for airport maintenance worker, security officer, for a period of 1 year from the date of today's commission meeting. When the city has a vacancy for that classification, you may be considered for that opportunity.
Okay.
All right, moving on to item 7, consideration of the request from Nancy Galloway for reinstatement to the eligible list for the classification of customer account associate, credit and collections, Department of Public Utilities, Division of Water. Are all parties present for this matter?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And once again, I see that there is a recommendation for reinstatement.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is no objection from Department of Public Utilities as it relates to reinstatement. We are recommending reinstatement to the list.
Motion to approve the request. Flickinger.
Second, Patton.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the request. All in favor?
Lee, aye.
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved.
Ms. Galloway, please be aware that you are not returning to immediate employment with the City of Cleveland by Civil Service Rule 1096. You are being placed on the eligible list for customer account associate, Credit and Collections for a period of 1 year from the date of today's commission meeting. When the city has a vacancy for that classification, you may be considered for that opportunity.
All right, thank you, Mr. Eatman. Item 8, consideration of the request to amend the bulletin for the classification of patrol officer, Department of Public Safety.
Good morning, Daryl Eatman, Examiner 4. I'm requesting an amendment to the 2024 bulletin for patrol officer. The current bulletin post or states that there will be 2 eligible lists established from this bulletin. Public Safety would like to amend the bulletin so 4 eligible lists are created from this bulletin. The reasoning is Public Safety will have more candidates to evaluate in order to keep up with hiring demands for patrol officer.
Motion to approve, Flickinger.
Second reading.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the request. All in favor?
BI.
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Item 9, rejection of applications, 5-day, no appeal for the classifications of animal care worker, officer open, animal control officer open, auditor open, auditor 2 open, contract and monitoring specialist open, patrol officer OPOTA, certified non-competitive, patrol officer quarter 4 open, principal clerk open, redevelopment advisor open, safety programs officer 2 open, senior clerk open, senior tax auditor open, supervising tax auditor open.
Motion to approve, Flickinger.
Second reading.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the list. All in favor?
BI.
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Item 10, approval of the final eligible list for the classifications of Airport Operations Agent 1 open, Animal Care Worker Officer open, Animal Control Officer open, Auditor open, Auditor 2 open, Contract and Monitoring Specialist open, Patrol Officer OPOTA, Certified Non-Competitive, Patrol Officer quarter 4 open, Principal Clerk open, Redevelopment Advisor open, Safety Programs Officer 2 open, Senior Clerk open, Senior Tax Auditor open, Supervising Tax Auditor open.
Motion to approve, Flickinger.
Second, Patton.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the list. All in favor?
BI.
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Item 11, consideration of the following bulletins: Animal Control Officer open, Emergency Medical Technician, Paramedic open, real estate maintenance worker open, paver open.
Motion to approve, Flickinger.
Second, Patton.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the list. All in favor?
BI.
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. And with that, I do believe we stand adjourned.
This meeting of the Civil Service Commission has concluded. We will now conclude broadcasting this virtual meeting. Thank you.